I did.
Hey, welcome back to Matter of Fact. You got like, love, lock. 3 favorite picks of the week in order from least to most favorite. And Austin's going to kick us off with history.
All right. Well, we going into it. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. I think to start off, the one I do kind of like is the New England Patriots. New England Patriots +7.
Oh, you're
Um,
taking that?
yeah, and I mean the only reason I'm taking it was +4 originally. Drake May is coming in and starting. We've talked extensively about how we feel in regards to that situation. However, he is, a new quarterback that's getting ready to play, and he was a high pick. I don't think he's going to be any less or any more uh
He's not
or
the
any better
problem.
at the yeah.
He's
Like
not
I
the
don't think
problem.
he's going to be
Like
any
the
better
quarterback,
at the
quarterback's not the problem.
yeah. I just think that it started at +4. It got shot all the way up to +7. Houston's had its own struggles, and I'm not again. We're not picking them to win outright. We're just not. We're picking them to not lose by more than a touchdown. And I think that
You
Drake
over
May
here
in his
giving
first start, in his first start,
nuts for
I
dummies.
yeah, he might mess around and be up 14 over something nuts. And, Houston has to figure it out and get back into the game. They're also down Nico Collins, too. And I know they have Tank Dell and they also have Stephon Diggs, which is,
And your boy
I
Dalton
feel, one of
Schultz.
the reasons. Dalton Schultz too. Dalton Schultz too. But I think this is one of this right here was the break glass, a case of emergency reason for them trading for Stephon Diggs. They feel like they got a chance. They feel like they can make a run for it. Last year, they were dealing with players like, respectfully, Robert Woods, Noah Brown coming in and getting over 100 yards in football games. So why not get a established number one wide receiver and have him be our break glass of a case of emergency plan if Tank Dell or Nico Collins were to be injured for a few weeks?
which
I
they
think
have,
now
which they
well,
have.
no, right, yeah, right, exactly. So I think that that idea and that reasoning is showing itself right now. But with all that being said, I just think that they'll be able to crush the +7. And I'm giving the benefit of the doubt to Drake May. You know what I mean? Maybe he comes out here and he shows us a little something spectacular that makes the New England fan base a little bit excited, comfortable with the idea of him being the franchise QB. All right. And then so that's my like. The one I love, I really can't give out to y'all because it's my football team. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to y'all. I'm not going to do that
Yeah,
to y'all.
the Giants are
But
banned from this segment for me.
yeah, yeah. But another one that I do kind of like, I love again, it's just based off of the value. Um, New Orleans at +3.5, and it might keep on going up. Spencer Rattler, rookie QB, he's going to be the starter. Derek Carr is out. Last time I checked, or last time anyone's checked, I'm pretty sure Derek Carr is not a 3.5 point quarterback. I don't know if he's even a point quarterback for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he shakes the gap like that. Tampa Bay is coming off of a tough loss, but this is one of those division rival games where these players actually like they've been playing each other for close to almost 5-6 years. I'm
I
pretty
know you
sure.
talking about Lattimore, and Mike Evans.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that's gonna be fun to watch.
that is a legit hate relationship. Like, yeah, I hate this motherfucker, but I have to see him 2 times a year. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's going to be a battle right there. These teams actually know each other. And New Orleans has the home crowd behind them when they're feeling a little bit desperate at this point. Both of these teams have just came off of 2 tough losses. Obviously, losing that one last Thursday to Atlanta when they were kind of in control of the game the majority of the time. But then, when it goes overtime, anything can happen, and that's what happened. Um, I just feel like New Orleans, if their defense can come into play, and Tampa Bay still has some of their guys that are missing, like Anton Winfield still out. I think this is a game where Chris
Damn, when is
Olave
he
gets
getting
involved.
back?
I don't know. Where Chris Olave gets involved, where obviously Rashid Shaheed shows a little bit of his speed. Spencer Rattler,
Oh, he's
he
questionable.
might not be a pro. He might not have. his stock might have fell due to some issues outside of his football traits or outside of, like, you know what I mean, his technical mechanics. But when he throws the ball, nobody throws the ball better than he does. Like, at his size, he has that Kyler Murray type. Oh, this little guy with a rocket arm. He is in that build, but he's a little bit bigger. He's like 210 pounds, 6'1". But the guy has an arm, and when you have Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed as your wide receivers, that's all you kind of need. I think he can move around well in the pocket. I'm telling you, this is a game where, like, kind of how I'm going with Drake May, saying that he's going to probably surprise them just because they don't have any film on him in regards to how we would play in a real game. I think that
I hate betting against those teams in those situations.
Yeah,
I hate it.
And again, we're not saying that he's going to win the football game. We're just saying that he's going to cover 4 points. We're saying that he's going to cover losing by more than 4 points. I don't believe that he's going to lose by more than 4 points. Okay, I'm not saying that they're going to win a football game. I'm just saying that I believe that Spencer Rattler can cover this spread. And I think that the Saints can cover this spread. I feel like they're hungry. And in these games where these division rivals are hungry, they're both playing a desperate football game. I don't have it getting out of hand any which way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And to your point about them knowing each other, I mean, the Saints have one of the older rosters, and the Bucks too, low key, in terms of some of those pieces. So, like, it's not like it's, you know, it's funny. It's like the interview question that Jaden Daniels got about that little DMV rivalry, and he was like, "I just got here, like, that don't got nothing."
And it's not a rivalry. Oh my God! Listen, here's the thing, and this is why this is why teams like the Jets and the Redskins will always be. I mean, the Commanders will always be this type of team. Their fan base is so desperate. They're so desperate, bro. Like, what are you talking about rivalry? Y'all don't even play these cats, and y'all don't even know if y'all have ever beat them. Have they ever beat them?
Yeah, they play like probably once in every 4 years type shit.
And then, like, oh, the Beltway rivalry, bro. This is a Sunday game at 1:00 for the Baltimore Ravens. I can promise you that, bro. This is okay. They just had to go toe to toe with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. And Lamar Jackson just had one of the craziest games you might see all season.
Still play of the year to me. Still play of the year.
No, this is the game of the year. This is a rivalry. This is a playoff atmosphere. In Baltimore, you think that the Washington Redskins are giving Baltimore a playoff atmosphere, but that Cincinnati game last week, that wasn't nothing to get up, bro. Like, what are you talking? These cats call this their Super Bowl. You can find tweets where the Commander fans are saying, "Oh, our Super Bowl is on Sunday." Bro, y'all play 3 Super Bowls a year. Y'all the only team that don't go to the playoffs but got 3 Super Bowls a year. Everybody else trying to get to the playoffs. Like, what is up with these cats, bro? Like, they just anything.
I might have to clip this up and add, like, you know, the little ether drop. Dun,
like, like, you know what I mean? It's just and again, like,
in on the boys.
Bro, it's just like, yo, be excited and appreciate the fact that y'all got y'all got a cat. Y'all
got a franchise quarterback.
But it's just like, yo, y'all not putting no fear into nobody's heart yet. Maybe there might be a day, but I don't know, man. And it's funny because they 4-1, and if they win this game, it'll be pure atmosphere. But you know where I'm going with this one, dog. I'm going against the public and maybe against some pros here because this game has 83% of the money going to Washington, and also 83 of the bets are going to Washington. 83% of the people betting on this football game.
Is this your lock?
This is my lock of the week.
Oh, what a segue.
Baltimore Ravens, Smack City, just smacking Washington in the mouth, showing them that no one cares about y'all, bro. This was Sunday. Y'all don't got enough dogs for what we got going on over here. And this is not to take disrespect to Jaden Daniels and what he's doing, because it's really phenomenal on almost all the metrics. But like this, the other shoe has to drop. It has to drop. And you know, I bet them last week, so I'm doubling down on that bet, but I'm rolling over that 100. I'm gonna tell you that one right now. And I got a Smack City spot. I know you're gonna clip it up on Baltimore Ravens coming through and whooping them something crazy. Like coming through and it's just being like, oh, okay, well, like y'all boys played tough today. Here are your orange slices and bananas. Like let's go drink this Capri Sun and enjoy the rest of our Sunday. Like this game's at 1 o'clock, bro. You know what I mean? Like they going, but that's what they like though, because their favorite team, get this, Washington's favorite team ain't even Washington. They're the biggest Dallas Cowboy fans there are.
Oh my
so
God,
what they in their head, this is what they want. They want to win, beat the Ravens, and then they after the Ravens game, because you know it's at 1 o'clock, ain't like it's at 8. They get to watch the Cowboys play. And then it's like, oh, let's see the Cowboys. That's how they watch their Sundays. That's how that shit works. These motherfuckers watch. I mean, I'm telling you, bro. And I don't even care about that, because I'm telling you, it's coming. The foot is dropping on these Washington Commanders. Some people are just not allowed to have nice things. And I don't know why anybody thinks that these people have escaped this category. I'm here to tell you that they have. They're not allowed to have nice things. We're going to let them have the quarterback, and we're going to pray that they keep the quarterback safe. But outside of that, Smack City.
Hey, man, I was going to drop this tomorrow, but I'm definitely dropping this today. I can't wait to clip this one. I love when you go in on Washington, bro. That shit is so fucking funny, because it's like they're like the little slow step cousin of the division. You know what I mean? If you look at the amount of times they've changed quarterbacks over the past like 8 years, it's like the Giants, Eagles, and Cowboys combined. You know what I mean? Tony Romo to Dak. That was a long time ago. Eli Manning to DJ. And you can say what you want about DJ, but he's won a playoff game and he's playing well. And then, you know, give him a good O-line and a wide receiver one. Let's see how the rest of the season goes. And then the Eagles, you know, they won a Super Bowl recently, from McNabb to Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts.
You know, even if you want to put Nick Foles
not a lot of movement there, but they got their guys. So, you know, we're not going to hear the end of it from them. And I'm glad this is going to be a good one. All right, so it's my turn, right? That was your lock?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, bet. Say less. So, the game that I like, I got the Chargers coming off a bye and bringing the Broncos back down to earth. I think this is a good spot for Harbaugh. They're -3 in Mile High. I really don't like betting teams going to Mile High, because, you know, that elevation is really a factor in all sports, to be honest, UFC included, things like that. But I think Harbaugh is going to have these boys prepared. We got Derwin James back from that suspension. And yeah, I think I'm, as much as I've been defending Bo Nix against your verbal attacks, I've been his shield kind of. I mean, I don't think he's that good. You know what I mean? Give me Justin Herbert in this spot.
It's clear that their defensive line, or their defense in general, is better than we expected them to be. You know, and it seems like the offensive line hasn't been a problem. They haven't been a liability. You know, so you get a decent football team.
Yeah, and you know let's see how the pass rush does against, you know, Joe Alt. Like I said, he checks all the boxes. His name is Joe. Big country looking white boy. I think his dad play in the league.
Yeah, I want to say his dad.
His dad play in the league, so he has the DNA. So Joe Alt's been one of the best rookies in the league so far, and Ladd McConkey. You know, there's a lot of receivers coming out this class. I mean, shout out to Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Rome Odunze, Marvin Harrison. But Ladd McConkey's having a sneaky good season.
Crazy that Marvin Harrison was like the 5th one you said. That was interesting.
I was like, I'm missing somebody here, because Brian Thomas is playing like a top 10 pick.
LSU boys.
LSU. And it's funny how they came in together, Neighbors and Brian Thomas. And then, I mean, Jamar
Jarvis.
Chase and Justin Jefferson, they didn't come in together, but they played on the same team with Joe Burrow. And then Jaden Daniels doing this thing. So LSU got
Jarvis and Odell.
Jarvis and Odell. That's wide receiver U. So yeah, give me the Chargers. The Broncos are on a win streak. I think this is just a perfect spot for Harbaugh to come off this bye. Better quarterback. I think they're better coached, even though Sean Payne's a good coach. I think that the Chargers just have more to work with. And besides Joe Alt, you got Rashawn Slater there. Who's their center? Is it Corey Linsley still? I actually have it up here. Oh, wrong team. No, you fucking. Why is it doing this?
What you looking for?
I'm looking for the Chargers O-line, like the rest of their O-line. Like, who's their center? If it's
like the roster?
Yeah, Corey Linsley. You know what? Defense.
They got Rashawn Slater. You said Corey.
No, that's not Corey Linsley. It's Bradley Bozeman, former Panther. Okay. But yeah, I mean, their line's good. Zion Johnson, they got him recently in the draft. So yeah. Anyway, that's my like. Give me the Chargers -3 in Mile High. The pick that I love. Give me the Jags +2 in London. Now, my London pick last week was the only one that didn't hit. My other two picks hit. But if this doesn't hit, I'm not betting on no more international games. This is my last international game if this doesn't hit.
You got the Jaguars?
Yeah, I got the Jags +2 against the Bears. I think they went outright. Now, it's a neutral playing field, but they always send the Jags to London. So at this point, they're used to the travel. Trevor Lawrence used to playing there. It's damn near another home game for him, low key. And I just think that DeAndre Swift fundamentally is not a good running back. Yeah, he did well against the Panthers, but that's the Panthers. You know what I mean? I think the Jags have the personnel to stop the run way better than that. And I think the Jags are desperate. I think they're not as bad as their record shows. There's a couple games that kind of got away from them. And I think this is a good spot for the Jags to catch some momentum. Caleb Williams is playing a lot better, but let's see how good they do if they can establish the run. And I just like the Jags in this spot. Just feels like a perfect spot for the Jags to catch another dub here in London, especially given that, look, the Titans and the Colts, you know, issues at quarterback, kind of wishy-washy teams, rosters in general. You know what I mean? I think when the season shapes up a little bit, when we get later in the season, week 14, week 15, I think they'll be second in the division. I think they're going to bounce back. They're kind of one of those wishy-washy teams that kind of go on like slight losing streaks, but they go on winning streaks too. So give me the Jags in London. And then my lock, we're going back to to your rant, boy. Washington, Baltimore. I got the over. I think that over is a lock. I think it's 51.5. Now, don't get me wrong. The fundamentals tell me to take the Commanders to cover because the Ravens, you know, we're used to them being able to blow teams out, but they haven't really shown that they're that kind of team. But this does seem like one of those spots where they can blow them out. And I just don't want to worry about who's covering because there could be an easy backdoor cover. And I just
think the points will be scored.
The points will be scored, yeah.
Whether it's 35-20, you still cover. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You know, I'd rather just sit back, enjoy this game, watch the fireworks. I think in terms of the rushing yards and touchdowns, it's Jaden Daniels and Lamar Jackson in terms of like that combination of the rushing yards and the pass yards and the touchdowns and things like that. But yeah, I mean, the Ravens defense isn't looking very elite. So I think Washington will be able to score. Their offense has been very dynamic and they're putting up a lot of points. But that Washington defense, I mean, they don't have really a pass rush. They don't have like a pass rusher of note. They might be able to stop the run a little bit, but I think that two-headed – I don't want to call it a two-headed monster because clearly Derrick Henry is that guy, but there's a reason why they extended Justice Hill. I think they use him wisely. Likely, Mark Andrews could be a good Mark Andrews game. Zay Flowers is going to do his thing, and Rashad Bateman, pretty good wide receiver too. So I think points are going to be scored in this game no matter what. None of these defenses really scare me in terms of how dynamic each quarterback is. Give me the over at 51.5. This one is at M&T Bank, right?
Yeah, this one's in Baltimore.
This one's in Baltimore. I'm surprised. I thought this would be like 7.5. So I'm not mad at you. And honestly, I was going to take Washington to cover that 6.5.
Bet down to fucking. I'm telling you, this shit got. I mean, hold on.
It got bet down. What did it open up at?
It started out at +8, and it got bet down to 6.5 because 82% of the bets and 82% of the money are on
Washington. Something felt funny because I'm like, all right, so Baltimore's at home. They should be at least 7.5 to me.
The total looks like. Let's see if people are 87% of the total. The money is on the
and
over.
That's the reason why I'm not touching that Commanders covering that 6.5.
No, on the over. On the over.
What is it?
87%. Is it? Wait. Hold on. No. A lot. Wait. Yeah.
74%.
Yeah. 84% of the money, but then it's 65% of the bets are on the over.
Okay. Well, in terms of the spread, though, the reason why I'm kind of laying off of it is because fundamentally I'm like, all right, Washington, I can see them covering this, but everybody is going so in on the Commanders to cover this game that I'm just like, look, I'm not touching this, man. I'm not touching this. But hey,
that jump. This all right. Listen, again, I'm just giving you a little bit of information because, I mean, it seems like this is the hot bet right here. But it started at 46.5 and got bet all the way up to 51.5. If I were you, I would still take it. I would try to wait until Sunday
early in the week. You think it's going to get bet down?
What I think though is that big money might come in on that 51.5 because just off of the numbers alone, like 56, it started at 56 and it ended up at 51.5. That's like a 6-point swing. That's a 5-point swing. So I think maybe you might be able to get it at 50.5. And if you can get it at 50.5, I think you should probably take like the 50.5. Because that means you don't have to get to 52.
I think I'm gonna buy a point or so anyway.
Yeah.
Especially with that information. I'm looking at the weather. Seems like it won't be a problem in Baltimore this weekend. But when it comes to these over-unders, make sure you always check the weather report. Not only that, this week, my betting strategy, I'm not really liking a lot of these spread picks because there's so much quarterback movement, whether it's the Saints with Spencer Rattler. Who else?
I mean,
the Raiders.
We don't know who's it?
Aiden
Is it Zach Rudolph? What's his name? Who's the quarterback? Rudolph?
For who?
For Tennessee, the backup.
Mason
Rudolph. Mason Rudolph, maybe he gets a start.
Yeah, then we have Joe Flacco playing again, and then we have the Patriots throwing out Drake May.
I did get some alerts saying that AR had a full practice today.
Oh, see,
and he was upgraded to healthy.
But that's my thing though. Like even that, just all the quarterback movement I don't like. So this week I'm taking a lot of dogs and mixing that in with my over/under plays. But that's my favorite over of the week. And I might wait on that. See if that. So you think it might get bet down?
I mean, it might get bet down on Sunday. I think that there might be some sharp money or something that just because not because they feel a certain way or they have like an inkling, just because I mean a 5-point over spread is, it's kind of it's a significant amount of points they're giving up. But again, like you said, this is a team that scored almost 35, 32 in almost every single game. We're talking about Washington. And we know Baltimore, if they need to, they'll fire it up.
Wait, where are you getting your numbers from? Because what I'm seeing on PFF is it opened up at 52.5.
Okay, let's see. Let me see. Make sure I'm telling. Yeah. Mine says by schedule it opened up at. But now maybe I don't know. Maybe it depends on the day. Are the you know what I'm saying? Like when are they tracking in the day it opened up? The day it released before the football season started, or opened up this week after the last football game?
I don't know. I kind of want another. I want another source.
Check Action Network too. I can check there too if you need me to.
Yeah, go ahead, do that. And I'm open it.
We're talking about the over.
Yeah, man. Your favorite rivalry game of the week.
Let's see what we got here. I got this one over on Action. It opened up at 46.5 also.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? That's just
the over. The over just feels a little bit too obvious, but I'm not going to overthink it. Like everything's telling me over.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying wait till Sunday to bet it. I'm just saying wait till Sunday. I don't know if people are going to. I think they're going to stay at 51.5. Like they got 87% of the money on it. I mean, we'll see, but I'm pretty sure they'll probably just stay at 52.5, or it'll go 51.5, or it'll go down to 50.5. I don't know if it'll go higher than 52.5.
Yeah, man, you're a demon if you bet the under in this game. I mean, you're a demon.
Yeah,
to me, it's really over. You don't take it, and you just there's more games, there's more meat on the bone. So, but that'll do it for that. We'll start keeping track of these picks. Maybe have them somewhere. Maybe have it as like a pinned comment or something like that. I don't know. But you got anything else?
Nope.
All right. Well, next episode is going to be our games of the week. That's going to be our 5. It's not going to be 5 each, but 5 total games that we think are the most important schedule-wise, entertainment value, combination of things. But that's next up. Besides that, we out. Seahawks, Niners tonight. I'm loving the season so far. So, good luck. Get that money. And we out. Matter of fact, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.